how's it going, everyone? My name is Sam. I'm the creator of TrumpetWarmup.com, and today we're just gonna do a little practice routine and just kind of talk through what I'm thinking while I practice, point out the things I mess up, point out the things I maybe do kind of right, and just kind of explain what I'm going for while I'm practicing, and hopefully you'll get some ideas of how to practice effectively. It's going to be kind of a long video, so I'll put chapter markers and you can just skip ahead to wherever you want. But yesterday and the day before I did 45-minute routine with Matthew Ernst, and today we're gonna do a 1 hour routine. It's just a little bit different. It has some Clarke exercises in there, and some long tones. I'd say it's a little more, I don't know if standard is the right word. I guess the exercises are a little more standard, a little more common. But yeah, I haven't done it in a while, so we'll see how this goes. All right, so I got my trumpetwarmup.com here. I'm already logged in. If you don't have a membership and you want to still check some of this stuff out, you don't actually have to pay to try it out. You can try either the free exercises on the website by clicking try an exercise, and this changes out every few weeks or so. So you can just play through this exercise, or if you actually add your name and email address here, then over, I think I have it set up for over 2 weeks, you'll get several free videos to play along and also free PDFs. So try it if you want to. And all right, here we go into the video library. So here you can see you can select, sort through the exercises based on these different categories if you want to, or difficulty level. Or you can actually, I'm working on this favoriting system. Still trying to figure out a way to sort these so you can favorite, like these favorites, the heart stays there every time you log in, but I'm trying to figure out a way I could sort it so maybe those just show up at the top, or you access a different page and you can see all of your favorite exercises at once. But yeah, so we're gonna jump in here. 1 hour routine, and you can see we have all 5 of the current Trumpet Warmup artists on there. It does not include someone who I'm super excited to add to the website and add to the artist list is Marquise Hill. Well, I'm just so excited. I love his playing so much, and yeah, we're set to film next week, and then should have some of his exercises on the website within a month or so, I'd say. Just kind of depends on some factors, that, like how much outside work I have, and yeah. All right, enough talking. Let's get into the practice. So like I explained in the past couple videos, I just start. Oh, do I have that window open? Hopefully not. I start by just kind of buzzing my lips and blowing some air through the horn. So get the horn a little warm. It's kind of cold up here, and then also just make sure nothing funky is going on with my breathing, because I personally have this a bad habit that I feel like I've pretty much reversed, or I think the habit is more or less gone now, but my habit was like breathing so short, but like, I don't know, I can't even explain it. It was really bizarre, where I just would stop my breath and not go any further, and like, I think it was some sort of mental block or tension based thing, and I just wouldn't breathe fully enough, and I wasn't very relaxed. So that's something I've been working on, and that's why I start out my practice sessions like that. So I just take a nice relaxed breath in, and then blow air out through the horn until I just feel very relaxed and like it's comfortable, and I can do that every time. So I blow all the air out. Sometimes get some fingers in there, do some chromatics. So that breath was a little bit not ideal. Like, I sense a little hesitation in there, maybe a little tension. So that's a perfect sign to not stop. At least for me, that's a perfect sign to not stop doing this yet. Like, if you know what I mean, I'm gonna keep doing this until it's like, okay, every time I breathe and do this, it's gonna be relaxed, and everyone can achieve it. It's easy. It's just breathing in and out. So. Alright, so now I'm feeling good. I feel like every single time I breathe in, I can do it pretty full and relaxed without hesitation. So, alright, let's jump in the routine. So we're going to start with Hoop 2 with Matthew Ernst. If you happen to see any of my previous videos from yesterday or the day before, those started with a Leadpipe routine and then went to Hoop 2. This routine just starts with the Hoop 2, so it's a little different. I like the Leadpipe routine in general, so you know, for me personally, that's gonna be my starting point, and it hasn't always been, but I've loved, sorry, can't talk. I've loved doing that for the past year or so. But, oops, see, I took out my slide. Do not need to take out my slide for this. So, let's get into it. Ah, crap, you know, forgot to put my tuner up there. Cannot forget that. So, I explained this in the last video, but this is an app called Tonal Energy, and you can see, I mean, I love this app. You can see if I play, it tracks your tone over time and displays like the past seconds. And I think that's just so useful compared to having a regular like physical instrument tuner or something like that, where it just literally says what your current pitch is. So this is my favorite app that I use all the time. Maybe I'll put a link for that in the description. Still gotta clean my horn, so I think I'll make a video about that. I'm not like an expert in cleaning horns or anything, but you know, I feel like I know the basics, and can get this thing looking kind of nice. So all right, let's get started. This a little bit. Whoops, sorry, I got sidetracked there. There's a lesson in how to not focus while you're practicing. Try to stay focused here. Turn this audio up. It's a little quiet. There we go. So you're gonna hear I'm not perfect on all these. That's okay, we're just getting warmed up. So it doesn't have to be perfect. And I don't mean to say I'm not trying to get it perfect. You should try to get them perfect, but don't judge yourself harshly if it's not perfect, because that's what tomorrow's for. Just try to get it better every day. So Matthew says, try to make your lip buzzing very reedy. or it sounds like playing an oboe or something. So I try to do that. See, not perfect, but just try to get the next one. If you want a trumpet and you don't have one of these stands by K&M, you're screwing up. You gotta do it. And also, I put these little like sticky felts on there so my bell doesn't get messed up. Whoops, missed that. So sometimes like the higher free buzzing notes or lip buzzing can be harder for people. If it is, just take it down the octave. You know, I just realized I don't know about the previous notes, but that note I wasn't getting a double buzz, which is good, because yesterday and the day before I kept getting a double buzz on the mouthpiece, which is not good. Getting warmed up. That's what the trumpet's all about. Nah, but it is very important. You know, have you ever woken up? Is that the right way to say that? Have you ever woken up and thought, I cannot wait to do long tones today? But we gotta. Maybe some people love it, I don't know. But it's pretty much just the thing we gotta do. To keep our chops in shape, you know? To be able to play the things we want to play. That's what you gotta do. I could probably be doing these dynamics a little better. Maybe I'll focus on that now. You know, that being said, about waking up and wanting to do long tones. It's not that I don't ever enjoy practicing fundamentals. Like sometimes when I start, I actually do enjoy it. Pitch was all over the place there. But I don't know, it's kind of like working out or something. Like a lot of times you don't feel like working out, but then once you get started, it feels good. And then especially after you finish, then it feels rewarding. Alright, finish that first exercise. Let's have a sip of coffee. Do you drink coffee every morning? I wonder. I do pretty much every morning. I'm a very big, like, I guess other people would say I'm a coffee snob. I would probably describe myself as something like that too. I don't want to say snob though, but I do love a good espresso, a good cappuccino, and I love to make them. And I do not love a bad espresso or cappuccino, which is very common in most cafes. Especially here, but there's some nice places you can find them. Alright, getting into the long tones. This one just expands outwards. focus on here is mostly just my sound. Trying to produce a really good sound. Not that I'm saying I am necessarily, but that's what I'm trying to do. And just take a like a medium-sized, relaxed breath. It's pretty much those two things I'm focusing on. I suppose trying to be in tune. I'm kind of watching the tuner over there. But that's really about, that kind of goes hand in hand with having a good sound and centering your pitch. Other than that, like, you don't want to you don't want to be thinking about too many things. Just let the exercise do the work. A little shaky there. If you didn't see the last videos, I explained that my slide is like pretty stuck. I mean, it doesn't move in and out easily, so I need to fix that. Some people just put valve oil or some oil and just drip it on there, but I don't like that because it always spills everywhere, gets all over your pants and stuff. And then it doesn't seem to work that well for me. You know, one thing I noticed, like most really skilled trumpet players with like great technique, almost universally, you can see that anywhere they are on the horn, their corners are engaged. And I don't know if engaged is the right word necessarily, but it's like the corners are doing the heavy lifting, and then I think that's just what supports the air, no matter what your aperture or your airspeed is doing. Whoops. And almost always, you won't see any like movement in the corners, like in something like this while they're holding it up. Or just movement in their embouchure in general, I suppose, because I think that's what produces a very steady, resonant tone, I think. That was kind of weird. A little too much difficult to play that F for my liking. Let's see about the next F sharp. I need to practice this more. Jeez. You know, when you film something like this, it kind of reveals more because I know this is gonna go up, so fuck, sorry. This is a hard exercise to talk in because I'm missing all these notes. So much time in between. Alright, so that was rougher than I expected, but that's good, that's revealing. Shows I need to practice that more. Or it could, I mean, sometimes we just have off days. Maybe tomorrow it'll be a lot better. I don't know. Maybe I'll try. I don't think I'll do this routine tomorrow, but maybe I'll come back to it like early next week. It's a little cold up here. My fingers are like kind of frozen. I think it's like 50 degrees here in Milwaukee. It's raining. Hope it gets warm soon. So obviously I messed that up, but I'm trying to switch the notes perfectly with the metronome. So far I'm not super successful with that, but that's why we're practicing. Still not getting it. That was close. I'm gonna try to use a little more air. Kind of shaky. That was better, I think. I also want to try and get the first note exactly on beat because I've been messing that up. You know, if you don't practice these a lot, it's surprisingly hard to get them perfect. Still shaky. Not sure quite what's going on. But you know, I don't think it's a big deal because whoa, that one was really bad. I wasn't quite ready. I don't think it's a huge deal because I'm just trying to work on it every note. If I focus on that, trying to get it not shaky, have a nice even sound every time. Then a couple days from now, I'm sure it'll be going. You guys get to see all my mistakes. But this is where I'm at. Everyone's at a different level or has different things they need to work on. This is just a pretty, as much of an authentic look inside the practice room as I can try to give you. I wonder if I'm a little chopped from yesterday because I played a little more than usual. That last one was shaky. Oh. Well, it is what it is. I mean, I was trying to get each of those as perfect as possible. You know, trying to make it sound like Mike does and have a great sound and all that. But the thing is, if I just keep doing that, like, daily, I mean, yes, there will be some off days, but it's gonna get better if I try to perfect these exercises. And then I mean, the reason we're practicing these exercises, they're like fundamentals that trumpet players have agreed are quintessential for developing your trumpet playing, like over hundreds of years that these things have been developed and kind of agreed upon. So like the reason we're going through these progression of exercises and starting with long tones, kind of warming up, and then going to lip slurs and basically getting a little gradually more not advanced, but slightly more complicated, I guess, and then adding some articulations in there. And the reason we're doing that is because the more you practice them and try to get these exercises perfect, here we go, the better your trumpet playing will be. I just saw Kyle yesterday, actually. And I'm a terrible singer. Don't pay attention to my singing. It doesn't have to be good. We're just trying to get the air moving out. I'm gonna stop talking for a little bit so I can try and get these. Oh boy, that was even rougher. Okay. Definitely need to work on that. At this point, I think it's fair to say I'm just kind of having a rough chop day, because I'm not normally missing quite that much. I'm not at a point where I would play like all these exercises perfectly yet, but I'm missing a little more than often. So that's when you don't feel like posting the video, but that's probably the most useful times to post the video, because it shows that people are human out there, you know, and it shows if you're like having difficulty in your own practice and you think, well, I'm not doing this right, I'm not getting better, but you probably are, or maybe you just need a little bit of direction or something. So alright, we're getting into Clarke Slurred and then Clarke Tongue after that. This is probably gonna be rough. So don't play too loud. That's what they say in the book. Play relatively quiet. And basically just try to treat it like a long tone. Like just keep your air even. Sorry for the out of tune notes. I'm not using my slide because I gotta grease it up and probably clean it before I do that. So ideally you'll play it a little more even and accurately than I am. I'm kind of missing a lot of notes here. Sometimes it's good to just play air through when he's playing. I mean, your embouchure's gonna move like a little bit, but you never wanna. Like, just before I was noticing like a little too much movement in between notes, because it doesn't have to move that much. And my chops are feeling like a little tired or something. Must be from yesterday. That's one reason I like these videos, like especially the full length routine, is because you either play through the whole thing or you don't. You either get through it or you didn't that day. Sometimes pass fail is really good if you're trying to develop a habit or keep a habit going. Like if you say, I want to practice every day. Alright, I need to focus because my sound is all jacked up. Rough. Well, hopefully tomorrow will be better. What was I saying? Totally blanked. Oh, pass fail and being motivated. Or not motivated, but developing a habit. Let's say you say you want to practice every day. I think it could be helpful to make that one more step, like in specificity. Like I want to practice this routine all the way through. 'Cause like I always had this thing in my head of like, oh well, I have to practice 1 to 2 to 3 hours plus every day. And I mean, you should, if you want to be a professional, especially, like you should be practicing that much, probably at least an hour every day. Maybe some days will be less than that, but pretty much every day is going to be like an hour or more of like fundamentals practice, and then play what other gigs or rehearsals you have. That's kind of the reality of if you want to be a professional. I think so. But let's say you're in school, you're in high school, something like that, or maybe it's just a hobby. Like, I think it's helpful to set some parameter around that. Like say, I'm gonna practice this routine all the way through every day, or I'm gonna practice 30 minutes exactly every single day. And if you do extra, that's great. Or 30 minutes 4 times a week, whatever it is. Not feeling very confident about this exercise. Started trying to make the notes sound round if I can, sort of how Ansel does. And like have some sort of continuity with the airflow instead of being like really like I don't want that. I'm trying to make it I don't even know if I demonstrated that well, but hopefully. Jeez, it's so out of tune. So I gotta use my slide, but I'm not. That one was already, I think, starting to get a little more pop in the articulation. Ansel has talked about playing sort of effortless with these exercises. And like when I watch him play, it really seems like that's how he plays. Like it doesn't seem like he's really forcing anything ever. I don't think that's necessarily realistic for certain types of players. Like if you're a lead player, like any lead player you watch, you know, they're putting some effort through the horn. Maybe it's not like bad tension, but most times classical players, especially if they're just doing lyrical stuff or whatever, I'm just not sounding great, so I'm just trying to get through this, but I'm like kind of chopped, which I shouldn't be. Hey. Ay. Well, that's how it goes. So we did Clarke Slurred, Clarke tongue. This is the last one. Ooh. See how this one goes. It's gonna be descending scales with Matthew Ernst, and it goes up to high F, which I will be very surprised if I get anywhere, if I have any sort of accuracy on this exercise, because I'm feeling chopped, like I just said. So expect this one to be more than a bit rough, but you know, we're gonna get through it, and the idea is that next week and the following weeks it'll be a little better. By the time that I get to this point, hopefully I'll have that last exercise better. Because like playing, let's say I warmed up and then I come back to that exercise hours later, it's gonna be like, my performance will be a lot different, I think, because there's no fatigue and you haven't dealt with playing the other 50 minutes of stuff or whatever. But even though there's a lot of rest in here, but for some reason I'm still feeling chopped. If you're watching this far in, let me know down in the comments, how much do you typically practice in a day, and what do you usually practice? Yeah, this is gonna be a rough exercise. Try to hang in there. And try not to use more pressure than I need to. Tired now. just trying to hang in there. That one I should have had. I'm pretty sure that was just mentally worrying about missing the note. This is bad. Alright, so that was bad. That exercise has been bad for 3 days in a row now, but the reason like I go all the way through like that, even though I'm missing so many notes, is because I used to just, oh, there's one more exercise. Oh boy, this last one's gonna be bad for me. It's too fast for me. Maybe I can slow it down. But the reason I go all the way through that, even though I'm missing so many notes, is because when I used to practice, I would just stop like when it started to get uncomfortable, or maybe I would have like a couple spurts, and let's say in 1 year, maybe I'll have like a couple weeks here or there, or a month here or there, where I'm like kind of practicing good and pushing myself. But let me start this. Yeah, this one's too fast for me right now. Also, I need to put the shit. Sorry, I don't practice this one a ton. Forgot. We're doing a lead pipe one here. So I'm gonna start practicing that one more. I haven't really practiced it much, but I actually re-edited that video, so now there's slower tempos. It goes from 70 beats per minute to 120, which I think that was 120, and 120 is like real fast, so that's why I slowed it down to 0.75 speed. And also the way I edited the new video, it's a lot easier to you don't have to read it like remembering how many 16th notes. It just will give you a number, and then it's a lot easier to play. So all right, so that was a rough one, but that's just how it goes. Like, I feel like I'm saying that all the time. That's just how it goes. But yeah, it's true. It is how it goes. some days are going to be bad for any trumpet player of any level. Some days practicing will be bad and feel terrible, and you'll be like, what am I doing with my life? And then some days will feel really, really good. And I mean, hopefully we're getting, after practicing consistently, which I'm starting to do, but I wasn't doing for a while. So hopefully after practicing consistently, we have more good days than bad days. And I think that's kind of the goal. And also just be able to play the things we want to play in our gigs and our performances. So I think that's all for me. I'm gonna go let my chops rest and get on to doing some work. So if you enjoyed watching this video, please consider liking the video. And if you want to try these play-alongs and join the membership, I would absolutely love if you consider it. You can just try 1 month if you want, or just do the trial videos that are on the website for free. Really, I'm trying to get as many people possible involved in trying Trumpet Warmup, and also giving me feedback for what I can do to improve it, because that's invaluable for me. It already has been invaluable, the feedback I've received so far. Like for example, I didn't even have the music, like when the artist plays and then we play. I only had music when we play, but right away, I mean, it's very obvious to me now that you have to also display the music while the artist is playing, so you know what's coming up. But I didn't format it like that first, and some people pointed it out right away. So now all of the videos are in that format, and there's just so many other things that could improve and will improve. Yeah, it's a process. So if you want to sign up for trumpetwarmup.com, you could use my promo code SAM, S-A-M. The link is in the bio, and you just go to trumpetwarmup.com and click monthly sign up, and then enter that promo code and you'll get it for half off. So all right, that's all from me, and have a good day, and I hope you enjoy your practicing today. All right, peace.